About 3 years ago, a very dear friend of mine passed away suddenly. He fell ill, was in the hospital, and then just very quickly he passed away. And I got a text message from his family that he had passed away. And I went to sleep that night, and God laid on my heart the sermon that I would preach at that funeral, and the things that I was to say from beginning to end. And as I ran that whole service, the only thing is that the family had not asked me to do the service at all yet. They had not talked to me. They had not communicated with me. I had been on the phone with them. Then about 3 days later, I get a call and they say, "We don't know what your schedule's like, but are you able to come up?" Because it was in Kansas City, we're here in Austin, and so, "Are you able to take some time and come up here to do Glenn, my friend's funeral?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I had such of a peace and such confidence because I already knew God had laid this thing out in front of me. He had already given me everything that I was to say at the funeral and how to manage it from the beginning to the end. And honestly, I had to spend almost no sermon prep, no preparation time getting ready for that. I wish most sermons were that easy, honestly. But I can just tell you that God uh, just showed up in a miraculous way during that service. I had more compliments on that service than I've had all of my sermons, messages, talks put together. It ministered to a lot of people. One particular individual who I held in very high regard gave me just such warm compliments, and I immediately pushed my brain back to that night when I went to sleep and God just delivered this whole thing gift wrapped into my lap. And it just, through all my life, I can just see where God has walked with me, in front of me, in step with me. And I want to encourage you that as you walk through life, God really does want to walk in front of you and direct your steps. And He does want to package things for you in your life to make your life not necessarily easier, but simpler and more refined and more God ordained and anointed. So I just want to encourage you that God definitely is for you today, and He definitely was for me in that sermon prep and that funeral. So God bless you.